All right, good morning. Welcome to Educators Drinking Coffee. I'm Juan Castillo, Assistant Principal here at Pasquotank County High School. Have with us a special guest. We have our Pasquotank County High School Teacher of the Year, Ms. Keller, or Ms. Owens now. So even though I've said her name, go ahead and just let us know who you are, Ms. Keller.
Yes, I'm Danean Keller, newly Owens. I just got married last month. I'm an English teacher here at Pasquotank County High School, and this is year 11 for me.
Wow, it's funny how time, not funny, but it's incredible how time flies. You know?
Yeah. I still remember the first time that I came here.
Yeah, good. Well, this is Educators Drinking Coffee, so I do have my mug here. I do have to say today's coffee is actually from Dunkin' Donuts. Just on my way here to work, stopped in the Dunkin' Donuts in Grandy. So I haven't been stopping there lately, but this morning I decided to, you know what, I'm going to get myself a cup of Joe from there. So what are you drinking this morning?
I have just your average Folgers, but I drink my coffee black.
I tell people that mine actually has, I get mine with lots of cream and sugar. And when it's not, I know it's probably Columbia, but the only place I really drink black coffee is when I'm back home in Columbia. And there's something about, it's one of those, I guess, I don't know if somebody's ever been to Chicago and eaten a Chicago dog. You don't ask for ketchup on a Chicago dog. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, that's a sin. So I guess I feel like in Columbia, it'd be a sin for me to ask for cream and sugar in my black coffee in Columbia. So I drink it black there, and I really enjoy it. No matter how much coffee I bring from there and try to recreate it, it just doesn't taste the same. So,
well, I feel like you actually brought some Colombian coffee one time to our Waffle Wednesday.
Yeah,
It was really good.
I do. I try to. Over the years, I've brought so many, and every time a family member comes, they bring some. So yeah, anytime I can share that, I'm very proud of where I come from. So do that. Well, just wanted to bring you in. Like I mentioned at the beginning, Ms. Keller, she is our Teacher of the Year 2020-2021 Teacher of the Year. Very well deserved. Yes. So let's talk a little bit about where are you from originally?
I'm from Ohio, a really, really small town. It's almost a village because it's so small. Mineral Ridge. It's up near Youngstown.
Okay. Oh, wow. Ohio. So what brought you to North Carolina?
Actually, this job. So when I graduated from Miami University of Ohio, a lot of people hear Miami and they think, oh, Florida, but no. It was the university before Florida was a state, just saying. And when I graduated in December because I took a little extra semester to graduate. And I was just looking for jobs everywhere. I even applied in Alaska, just anywhere that was available to me. And then I came down here for the interview. I interviewed for both Pasquotank and Northeastern. And I don't know, Miss Fife just saw something in me. And on my drive back to Ohio, she called and she's like, do you want this job? And I said, absolutely. So then I just moved down here.
That's awesome. And that honestly, I don't know how much that happens, but I actually did work with a young man from Ohio too. I can't remember. He was from a small town. Great people. I said I own anybody, and not like I say I've met a whole lot of people from Ohio, but everybody's been very nice that I've ever met from Ohio. I have somebody here. I don't know if you see it on your thing, but Keisha Cartwright says, awesome teacher and coach. She had all my 3 babies. So
I did.
So good morning, Ms. Cartwright. Yeah, she is a wonderful teacher. Wow. So that's crazy. Coming all the way from Ohio. It's like sometimes, I've asked myself too, I come from South America and sometimes I stop to think like, did I ever think I'd find myself in Elizabeth City? There's so many bigger cities in North Carolina and to, I don't know, it's just something that I sometimes think about, how the road that takes you here or brings you here. But there's a
Absolutely. It's so interesting because like I don't I don't think that I could do that same thing again. Like just move away from my home.
yeah.
And actually, when I moved down here, my parents were like, "Okay, well, we're done with the cold, so we're moving to Florida. Ohio's not your home anymore."
Yeah, I hear you. So you got, what drove you to teaching though? I mean, like into the field of education.
I always tell my kids that when I was a senior in high school, apparently I watched Austin Powers one too many times because when I went to college, I was an international business major because I wanted to be like an international woman of mystery, I guess. I don't know. And so I took a bunch of business classes and like, it was just not for me. And I remember going to my advisor and saying, "Oh, this is hard, yada, yada, yada." And she's like, "Oh, well, you need this thick skin to be in the business world," which made me cry. And she's like, "See what I mean?" And then, so I remember leaving her office, just walking around campus, jamming a Panic at the Disco and being like, "Okay, what is it that I actually like?" And two things came up. I really like to read, and I loved high school. And that's where I decided to become an English teacher.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I do have to say, usually when I do these broadcasts, my mom is one of my regular visitors. So she did stop by. She's actually with my aunt in Colombia right now. So, hola madre, hola tía, saludos. I just do that. So it's one of my ways I can always connect with my mom, being that we're over 2,000 miles away. So appreciate her and my aunt stopping by. Yeah, that's, I think about, what you do, and then the story about, becoming an English teacher, and where is, because that's one thing I'm always interested. There's a big difference between being an English teacher at a high school level being an ELA teacher at the elementary level. I think that it's almost two very different fields. What is your passion in, or like, what, I guess I'm trying to think, maybe what genre, what thing drives you when it comes to, like, when you're getting to this standard or you're dealing with this, that you're like, oh, this is it. This is my bread and butter that I love, you're passionate about.
Well, in English too, we still, well, at least at P-Tank, we still focus on world literature. So Ms. Bone and I always sit down and try to figure out, okay, what are we going to try to introduce them now, and what standard can we do with this? And I think where we really rock it is when we talk about the Holocaust, because we feel like we don't ever want them to forget that. So when we look at the standards, one of them is representations in different mediums. So we find a bunch of different mediums to learn about the Holocaust, and it's horrifying but fun, I guess.
No, I mean, it's very, it's so important. Like you said, it's definitely something we never want to forget. And at the same time, using that, I guess, that venue to really teach about, all the different components of the English course. Now, you've been here for the last 11 years. How was it? I know you had Miss Fife at the beginning. What would you tell yourself, if you go back and tell yourself your first couple of years, something now that you've learned throughout the years, these last 10 years?
Focus on the standards. Teach actual skills instead of just focusing on the text themselves. When I started, I taught English 1, and I feel like I just used the textbook and what people passed down to me, and I didn't really understand the standards. But now, since we've been doing so much work with it, okay, I want you to have this skill. This is what you're going to be able to do. And it really makes me feel good when I see their writing improve over the whole entire semester. And I feel like I know how to teach that now. So my former self, I would say, hey, use more graphic organizers, teach standards, teach skills. You got this.
No, yeah, most definitely. That's awesome. And one thing I will say is, I haven't gone by your classroom many times, and you definitely, there is a sense of when you teach, it's more like a conversation that you have with your students. I really do appreciate that. It's not, you're not the traditional sit or stand in front of class and just lecture the entire time. Many times you are sitting on top of your desk. You are not traditionally sitting there.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's kids really feel. I think I see that conversation. It's again. I go back to saying it's a conversation. It's not a one-way discussion. It always feels like, hey, let's gather up, like we're in the living room. What's going on, and let's learn. And you've created a great environment for your kids in your classroom, and the fact that you have this almost, I'm not going to take no for an answer. I'm not going to take zero for work. I expect the best out of you, and I think the kids reciprocate that. So thank you for that. Is there anything like in the horizon that's coming up that you may want to promote that's coming up? I know we're coming up to about almost 8 minutes before I think class starts, so I just want to give you a chance to share anything if you want.
Oh, I don't. I'm not sure that I can promote anything, but I'm super excited to be back in the building with kids again, because virtual classes, there's just something lacking there. I was talking to my virtual kids last week about it, that when we go back, I finally get to see their faces, and I can put like voices with faces, and we can actually start building those relationships, because it's hard virtual learning, and I feel like that's one of the things that I love about being a teacher, is being able to form those relationships, which is why it's been so hard for people to call me Owen, because I'm so used to being called Keller. They're so used to calling me Keller. It's gonna die hard.
It is, and that is true. I mean, as I walk through the building, I've been able to get back into the building since pretty much like early August and stuff like that. And there's a coldness to it because we don't have these warm bodies here at school between, a lot of the teachers and, all the students. And there is that warmth that's missing. And I know we're not going to fully get it back, but there's going to be a little sense of that when we're able to return November 9th. So thank you. I do want to say a couple things. I do want to congratulate our National Honor students for the new members who got inducted. I'm going to try to broadcast the video here after I finish with Ms. Keller. So those of you, if you want to stay on, I will show that video. I know as Ms. Keller, Ms. Owens needs to get to class. The other thing I did want to also congratulate is we had more than several students get their OSHA certification. Students who work with Mr. Crank, our electrical trades and carpentry teacher. So just kind of wanted to mention some of them here: Tyler Edward, Jacob Krasicki, Scott Krasicki, Aiden Coker, Griffin Stuber, Gavin Greco, Jaden Armstrong, Nicholas Brown, Connor Moser, Rome Light, and David Ford. So congratulations to all of you for getting your OSHA certification. So kudos, and kids, we're working hard. Kids are working hard, so we appreciate all their effort. So, but again, Ms. Owens, I do want to thank you for spending your time here right before you get started. I know I'm probably giving you less than 5 minutes, so I promise you I'm not going to go and observe you this morning. So, but keep doing what you're doing. We really do appreciate everything that you do and your department does for our students. You guys work extremely hard. Everybody does, and thank you. And we'll hopefully get another chance to talk here on the air as we move along. Maybe once we get back to see how things things feel, how different they feel. All right.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you. All right, y'all have a good one. If you want Miss Owens, you can hang up, and I'm going to try to show the video here. Have a good one.
Okay.
All right, so I'm here. I'm going to switch to my other camera right here. So I'm going to try to do it really quickly here. Before this. All right. Give me 1 second. Apologize. Okay, I think, make sure. All right, if hopefully y'all can still hear me here. Just wanted to get an opportunity to, if somebody out there can give me, if you can still hear me, I would greatly appreciate it to make sure so I can show you all the National Honor Society video. That would be great. Madre, si me puede escuchar, por favor, mándame un mensaje aquí. But I'm going to try to show you all the National Honor Society induction video, which I have it here. Let me kind of work this here. Let me make this a little larger. Oops. Okay, there it goes. And here's our fall induction. Oh, apologize. I was pressing the. Please, okay, you guys can hear me. And please let me know if you can hear the video.
Greetings to our parents, teachers, and friends. We are happy to have you come to our 2020 virtual induction ceremony. The membership of the Pasquotank County High School chapter of the National Honor Society has been earned by the effective demonstration of the 4 qualities held high in the esteem by the Society. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this ceremony. Many people, when they hear the name National Honor Society, receive the false impression that the Society is an organization recognizing high scholastic achievements only. This is certainly a fallacy. The National Honor Society is an organization giving recognition to those students who seem to have attained a balance in their school lifetime, realizing the importance of a well-rounded rather than a one-sided education. There are 4 cardinal virtues which determine one's admission to National Honor. Knowing the lasting benefits of a cultivated mind. We should continue to learn even when a formal education has ended, for education ends only with life. Knowledge is one great element in life which leads to the highest success, and it can be acquired in only one way, through diligence and effort. Learning furnishes the lamp by which we read the past and the light which illuminates the future. Candidates have the charge to continually expand their world through the opportunities inherent in scholarship. Character is a force within each individual which distinguishes that person from others. It gives each one individuality. It is that without which no one can respect oneself nor hope to attain the respect of others. It is with force of character which guides one through life and, when once developed, grows steadily. Character is achieved and not received. It is the product of constant action, daily striving to make the right choice. The problem of character is a problem of self-control. We must be, in reality, what we wish to appear to others. By demonstrating such qualities as reliability, honesty, and sincerity, we may hope to prove by example that we value character.
Leadership should exert a wholesome influence on the school. In taking the initiative in class and school activities, the real leader strives to train and aid others to attain the same objectives. The price of leadership is sacrifice, the willingness to yield one's personal interest for the interest of others. A leader has self-confidence and will go forward when others hesitate. No matter what power and resources may exist in a country, they are ineffectual without the guidance of a wise leader. Leadership is always needed. Thus, to lead is a substantive charge to each of our members and to the candidates.
Service can be described in various ways. In the routine of a day's work, many opportunities rise to help others. Willingness to work for the benefit of those in need without compensation and without recognition is a quality we seek in our membership. We are committed to the idea of volunteering our time and abilities to create a better tomorrow.
May I, as president, congratulate you, but warn you of the challenge before you of service, character, leadership, and scholarship. Congratulations upon being elected to the National Honor Society. I hope your days in the society will be enjoyable ones.
I congratulate you upon your election to the National Honor Society. May you always uphold its high ideals. Since you have been found worthy by the faculty, you are now ready for the final induction into the society. Please rise and repeat after me the following pledge.
I pledge myself
to uphold the high purposes of this society,
to which I have been elected,
striving in every way by word and by deed
to make its ideals the ideals of my school
and of my life.
Congratulations to all the former and new National Honor Society inductees, and I know that you will represent us well. Have a good day.
You are now duly installed members of the Pasquotank County High School chapter of the National Honor Society. Pledge to uphold the 4 cardinal virtues of this organization: character, scholarship, leadership, and service.
All right. I do want to thank Ms. Bowen. She is the National Honor Society sponsor, and all the students that were inducted this year and all the past members. Congratulations. You guys do some awesome work, and you work extremely hard to become National Honor Society members. So thank you. I really wanted to kind of just a couple things just to remind everyone now. Of course, if you notice, it's Thursday at 8:10. And this from now on, we're going to broadcast on Thursdays at 8:10 in the morning, since school will be starting, and it is actually starting at 8:30 right now. Students are in class, so I don't want to keep them out of class. And then Wednesdays is actually a day that's completely virtual, so that's part of the reason why we won't be broadcasting on Wednesdays. Join me next week as actually I'm going to talk a little bit about the return to school for the students who are going to be returning under Plan B and how it's going to look. So we're going to be going through the building, talking with some of our custodians, Mr. Cunningham, Ms. Paulette, who are actually 2 of the original members here at Pasquotank. So great to get a chance to talk to them, but also all the hard work they've put and effort to get our school ready for students to come back. So with that, thank you. I appreciate everyone joining us this morning. And if you catch this broadcast later on, I appreciate it. Give it a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That would be great for us. The more viewers we get, thank you. So with that being said, thank you for joining us for Educators Drinking Coffee. See you next Thursday.